Hey guys, 16 schools done. We still have 4 more schools to go. We still have to go to Mswati High School, and I think Egutbaleni High School and two other schools. Nzingeni is one of them, I think. Right now, as you can tell, we are at Mangweni High School to meet Sihle Ndwandwe. Guys, fun fact time. This fun fact might help you because you might win yourself something at the end of the show. I don't know. Fun fact time. Fun fact is that Macmillan the publishers, products, services, and books are used by adults and children in over 120 countries, guys. 120 countries over the world. That is a fun fact. Keep it in mind. You might win yourself a little something. Like I said, we're at Mangweni High School now to meet Sihle Ndwandwe. Let's go and see what she has for us. Let's get these brains going. Welcome to Brains on the Go.
I am Sihle Ndwandwe. I attend Mangweni High School.
Okay. What are your favorite subjects at Mangweni High School and why?
Literature and mathematics.
Okay. Why?
Especially literature.
Okay.
I like literature because it gives emotions most of the time. Some other stories are about nature, like poems. You find that it is written about nature.
Okay.
So I like nature. That is why I admire literature.
Okay.
In mathematics, I like that it have a challenge. You have a challenge if you have to know mathematics.
Okay. So you like a challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. Gongchela, who your favorite teacher is here at school and why?
Ms. Blagat. She's my favorite teacher.
Why?
Because most of the time, she knows what she does.
Okay.
She, what I can say, she has that, she puts all her efforts to help others.
Right.
Even if you say, I didn't hear it, she has the time to make you understand. So I like it.
You like her, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your role model and why is that person your role model?
My role model is
Bye.
Tuduz Makaukau.
Okay.
He's an artist. I like him because here in Tlangatan, he helps a lot of people, most of the poor.
Okay, all right.
So there is one grandmother around in Tlangatan. He helped her.
Yeah.
He used to sleep in a damaged house.
Okay.
So he built her
a nice house.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sihle, please tell me a situation ekhaya. Ukuthi ekhaya kunabani, simo sikanjani and ufundiswa ngubani?
I used to live with my grandma, but she passed away just after my exam in Form 3.
Okay.
So now I live with my uncle. She's the one who pays my school fees.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing more.
Okay. All right. What challenges do you face on a daily basis? Maybe like skolweni or maybe ekhaya?
Oh, here in school sometimes it becomes school fees situations.
Okay.
You find that she cannot afford, although I'm under orphaned because I have one parent, but I don't live with her. She married somewhere else.
Okay.
So it's become difficult. Sometimes I'm being faced at school because I didn't pay my school fees. But most of the time, they find a solution.
Okay.
And I come back to school again and good.
All right. Okay. You'll be competing with 19 other students in this competition. Ungathini nje kibo ngawe inholo ngabatshela yona going into the competition?
About myself.
Like about yourself, but what will they expect from you going into the competition? Now you're going full force into this competition. What will you tell them? What should they expect from you? You will be preparing yourself or whatever. You're coming into this competition full force. They better watch out.
I can say briefly. I can say I will I will be ready for the competition, and I will make sure that I do everything that will make me succeed in this competition. So I will put more effort.
Okay. Thank you, Sihle, for joining us. Miss Vilagati, welcome to Brains on the Go.
Thank you.
Tell us, Jelle, what subjects do you teach here at Mangweni High School?
Okay, I teach English language, Siswati, and literature in English.
Okay. How long have you been teaching Sihle?
I've been teaching her she's doing the 4th year here, so I've been teaching her since Form 1.
Since Form 1. So you know her quite well?
I know her.
Can you tell us a bit about her, maybe background or something, if you know anything? And what kind of a student is she here at school?
Okay, well, I can say, well, she's an average student, I should say. Well, background, she's from a middle-class family. I don't know so well who she lives with, but what I'm sure of is she's got quite a number of siblings, and well, she's a well-behaved student. She's a good student, and when it comes to performance, she's quite well a good student. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What advice would you give her going into this competition?
Okay, well, I would say she should be herself and make sure that she gives out her best. Well, I do believe in her, so I feel like she can do it. She can do it. So I believe in her so much.
What would you say to the other 19 students who are going to be competing with her? What would you tell them to expect from her?
Well, she's a nice person. Yeah. Well, they should expect a good character coming through, and well, she's a competitor, so yeah, they should wait and see what we have here.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Vilagati, for joining us.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Guys, we are at Enzingeni High School right now. A very, very, very long drive. We just had a very long drive. The longest by far we've had, I think. Like I said, we're at Enzingeni High School to meet Thandegile Makakula. Guys, remember the fact that I'm always telling you about in each and every episode. Different facts for a different episode. This fact is, and this fact, guys, by the way, it might help you win something at the end of the show. I don't know, like I always say, but I'm just saying, listen very carefully to the fact. Macmillan Publishing products, services, and books are enjoyed by adults and children in over 120 countries all over the world. Did you get that? 120 countries all over the world, guys. Like I said, we're at Enzingeni High School to meet Thandegile Makakula. Let's go and see what she has for us. Let's get these brains going. Welcome to Brains on the Go.
My name is Thandegile Makakula. It's Enzingeni Nazarene High School, kindly in Form 4A.
Okay, Thandegile. What are your favorite subjects here at school, and why?
My favorite subjects are mathematics, biology, and physical science. I'm passionate of these subjects because I want to be a nurse, and being a nurse requires you to know science subjects. And I want to be a nurse.
Okay. Who is your favorite teacher, and why is that person your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dlamini because he's the one who encourages me to do good things. And he also teaches me mathematics, which I am passionate of the subject.
All right, okay. Who's your role model, and why is that specific person your role model?
My role model is Shongwe the Gospel Sing. He's my role model because I like singing, and he sings very well.
That's the only reason why he's your role model?
Yes.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's okay. Okay, ngongitshele ngesimo sasekhaya kini ukuthi kunabani ekhaya, ufundiswa ngubani and uhlala nabani?
My home is at Bulanzeni area. I live with my mother and my father.
Okay.
My father is a headsman.
Okay.
The money he earns is a small amount. I have 2 brothers and one sister. So it's not a rich home.
Okay.
I'm from a poor home. I can say that.
Okay. Ufundiswa ngubani?
My father.
Okay. All right. What challenges do you face on a daily basis, maybe in terms of la skolweni or maybe in terms of ekhaya?
My father cannot pay school fees for me. Sometimes I do not get a report just because I did not pay school fees.
Okay.
At home we are too many. The money that my father earns does not fulfill our needs at home.
Okay. All right. That's your biggest challenge.
Yes.
Okay. Double computer with 19 other students. What would you like to say to them? Kutsi banga expectani kuwe maseni kule competition. Kulaba labang 19 ungathini nje kibo?
That they should take good care of themselves.
Okay.
So that they are free from STIs, some other diseases.
Okay. Okay. What would you like to say to them about you? What to expect from you going into this competition? Do you get what I'm saying? Kutsi ubachele ukuthi watch out guys. Mine ngidanehlula in this competition. Yabona, something like that.
I will tell them that I'll get position 1.
Okay.
I'll be position 1. No one will defeat me.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tandegile, for joining us. Madam Gama, thank you very much for joining us on Brains on the Go. Can you please tell us what subjects you are teaching here at Nzingeni High School?
I teach English literature and language.
Okay. How long have you been teaching Tandegile?
I've taught her for 3 years.
Okay. So you know her quite well?
I do.
Okay. All right. Can you please tell me a little bit about her? Maybe and maybe if you know her background in terms of a Kaya or something, can you please tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. About her background, there's little that I know.
Okay.
I only know that she comes from Bulanzeni, and I also know that she comes from an underprivileged background, and I also know her to be a hardworking student.
Okay. All right. Tandegile is going to be competing with 19 Walabanye Bampan. What advice would you give to Tandegile going into this competition?
Okay, what I can say is that she should believe in herself, believe that she can make it, and compete favorably even amongst students from other schools.
Okay, what should the other 19 students expect from Tandegile?
They should expect tough competition from her because she's that kind of student who doesn't believe in failure. She's that kind of student who believes she's a winner.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Gama, for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, right now we are at Mzimnene High School. The road here was the toughest. First of all, it was the furthest school we have ever been to out of all the 17 schools that we went to before. This was the furthest, and the road was really, really horrible. We were praying so hard that it doesn't rain, because if it rained, we would be stuck here until it stopped raining. Okay, now guys, remember, Macmillan Education Eswatini is celebrating 40 years of existence in the Kingdom of Eswatini this year. And with that, I'm going to be giving you facts about Macmillan Publishing. At the end of the show, you might win yourself a little something. I don't know, I'm still saying. Anyway, the fact is, Macmillan Publishing products, services and books are enjoyed by adults and children in over 120 countries over the world. All over the world, guys. Listen to that very carefully. You might win yourself a little something. Now, like I said, we are at Mzimnene High School to meet Gwalisa Mavuso. Now, let's go and see what he has for us. Let's get his brain going. Welcome to Brains on the Go.
My name is Mavuso Gwalisa. I am going to school at Mzimnene High School.
Okay, Gwalisa, what are your favorite subjects last school and why?
It is mathematics and accounting, and also business studies.
Why are those your favorite subjects?
I like businessmen, so I like to use calculations
Okay.
most of the time. Also, the way they manage their businesses. They like see, and if you can look around here at Mzimnen, we have got pig timber. Then I will have to. I imagine myself being an entrepreneur to pick timber. Then the way I should manage my skill and develop it. So that's why I like business studies.
Okay. Who is your favorite teacher, Gwadisa, here at school? And why is that teacher your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Messi because Mrs. Messi, I like the way he approached us. Even if we had done wrong, she just not change a face. He simply express us as if we did right. And the way we understand, and we understand the way he expressed our wrong, that we shouldn't do it once again.
Okay. So tell me, Gutsi, role model yakho ngubani, and why is that person your role model?
My role model is Tutus Makau. I like him the way he sings, and also the way the lyrics of his songs, the way they gave guidelines to us.
Okay.
As in, if you don't go to church, he preached using the lyrics of his songs.
Okay. All right. Ngicela ke Gcwalisa ngesimo sasekhaya ukuthi ekhaya kunabani and ufundiswa ngubani ukuthi nje simo sikanjani nje ekhaya.
Ekhaya ngifundiswa ngumake alibambisene nababe.
Okay.
Kubabe namake abasebenzi. Kepha bayakhona ukuthi bazame lapha kumake nje uzama kwakhaboshila athengisele toti nkukhu ukuze kusimanje sikhone kuye esikolweni sikhone nekudla.
All right. Okay. Please tell me again the challenges that you face on a daily basis, maybe like esikolweni or maybe ekhaya. Tell me about that.
Most of the time it happens that I don't have school shoes.
Okay.
Then I have to struggle.
All right.
Knitting the one that is unknit, forcing it to be knit because there is no money to have and it's hard to just see demand for shoes, yet you know the situation at home. Also, I've got not that much time for study because when I depart from school, I have to go home and look after goats. And look at it from far on the Monte Forest.
Okay.
Then I got to the Monte Forest and collect the goats back home. Sometimes I then arrive at home at around 7. Then I prepare for my supper. Then I have to rest. With the time for resting, I'll have to combine it with the studies.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I understand. You'll be competing na students lamanye lang 19. Ungathini nje kibo going into this competition before going to ukuthi bato expectani from you?
One thing I had noted about the competition, when I arrive from them, even them will fear me as I fear them.
Okay.
Because it's a competition with one learner from each schools.
Okay.
Then they would as I have to be there and compare with the others, I will fear them as they do them to me.
Okay.
So one thing I can say is just being confident about the competition and tell yourself that on competition there is a win and lose. So never expect a lose yet you haven't competed. So you have to tell yourself that I'm going to win.
Okay.
Even no matter what situations comes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Gcwalisa, for joining us. Ms. Mnisi, welcome to Brains on the Go.
Thanks.
What subjects do you teach here at Mzimene High School?
Mzimnene, yes, I teach English and Siswati.
Okay. How long have you been teaching Gcwalisa?
I've been teaching Gcwalisa since 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do know him quite well.
Yes.
Can you please tell us a little bit about him? Behavior-wise and all of that, and maybe his home situation, if you can tell us a bit about
Okay.
that.
In terms of behavior, he's a good boy. Yes, because he's very much concerned about his schoolwork. Secondly, he handles himself properly, just like any child. Yes. And what I also can say is that Kwalisa uh, is not that brilliant, you can say, yes, but he's a hard worker.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I chose him because I can see that he has a desire, the desire to read.
Okay.
Yes, yes, he really wants to read, he wants to study, despite the family background that he comes from. Early this year, I can make an example of. He came to school for 3 weeks. He was wearing white khakis. He has no shoes,
Yes.
and he reported that his father has issues with him. And there was a point in last year he repeated from 3 because of English.
Okay.
Yes. So, and he struggled to come back to school. He was fearing that his father might not take him back to school because he has failed and he was not talking to him and all the like.
Okay.
So, but he coped.
Okay. All right. What advice would you give to Kwalisa going into this competition?
Okay, I advise him to join Friends on the Go so that he can get exposure to come out from Zimnene, this hole,
Okay.
because they know nothing. Never been outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to expose them to things.
Okay.
So this is what is happening around.
Okay.
Yes, exposure. I mean,
You did say Kutsi Kwalisa is a hardworking student.
yes.
What would the other students expect from Kwalisa?
In terms of,
The competition, Lena, what should they expect on the day of the competition?
I think they should expect him winning. They should expect good results.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Missy, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.